This week's episode of 86 Charles is brought to you by Amazon. Go to 86charles.com and click on the Amazon link before you do your shopping, in the year of our great reptilian overlord.
2016. Happy New Year. The year of the red fire monkey. Or the year that the monkey climbed the mountain. Whether you were born under the Chinese zodiac sign of the monkey or not, this is your year to climb the mountain.
Hi, this is Charles. You are full of bullshit, my friend. I will sue you for everything you have. I will sue your ass.
Welcome to 86 Charles, with your hosts John Darby and Travis Spencer.
And with that, welcome to 86 Charles. Travis Spencer. It has been too long.
Holy cow, John Derby, it's been forever and a day.
I think that's exactly how long it's been.
One correction, it is not yet the year of the red fire monkey. That will start on February 4th, so
You are correct.
Pull back your reins a little bit, buddy. You're getting a little excited for the red fire monkey.
But it's that year. It's the year of the red fire monkey.
It will be.
It will be.
It will be.
You are correct.
But yeah, how have you been, man? It's been a while.
Been very good. Took had a little time off. Didn't work too hard through the holidays.
I heard you went to an amazing concert. Who'd you go see?
Motley Crue, rest in peace.
It's over. It's all over.
Final tour, final show. It was awesome.
Everything you expected it to be?
Yeah, it really was.
And more? No disappointment?
No disappointment.
Wow.
Although I was sort of under the impression that Alice Cooper was going to be there, but then I also felt like he was there the nights before and might not be.
You just missed
So
him.
I wasn't 100% sure.
No Alice Cooper, huh?
No Alice Cooper, which was fine.
Did I ever
I'm
tell
all
you
right
the
there.
time I sat next to Alice Cooper?
That you did what?
I sat next to Alice Cooper.
No.
So him and his wife, well, especially his wife, is like big into the dance community in Phoenix. So they were at one of my girlfriend's dance shows when she was a modern dancer in Phoenix. And I sat down like right in the front row, and I was like looking at the program or whatever. I'm looking down and I see these white leather shoes. And then sure enough, it was Alice Cooper, you know.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, it was cool. Really nice people. They're really big in the community there. Good people. Live on Camelback Mountain.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
So that's my Alice Cooper story. That's all I got.
Well, that's way better than my Alice Cooper story, which was he didn't play at the Motley Crue show. So.
Oh, when you didn't sit by Alice Cooper.
Yeah, when I didn't see Alice
That's
Cooper.
pretty exciting. All right, so real quick, I want a couple predictions for 2016. Let's just get it on the record. Who will be the president of the United States come the end of 2016?
I'm putting it out there just because I want it to be true. Bernie Sanders.
Okay. We'll watch Bernie Sanders get elected, and then the government will kill him off with a fake heart attack in the first week, and then put in whoever their own puppet. Okay, that's great. But we all
Hey,
know
it'll be a good week.
we all know who's really going to be president of the United States. Donald Trump. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, your next
I
president of the
forgot
United
he's
States.
our candidate.
Yeah, totally.
Damn it.
We need chaos to blow up the government and start all over, and Donald Trump is the ignition to get it all going. Aren't you excited?
He is the atom bomb of candidates, that's for sure.
Oh man, he's let's get another prediction. Super Bowl champion.
Come on. That's easier than who's president.
Who's that?
Arizona Cardinals.
Bernie Sanders and the Arizona Cardinals. Bringing in 2016. It's going to be a great year.
Man, it is the year of the red fire monkey.
Red Fire Monkey, Bruce Arians, the Kangol on top. Oh, yeah, we need a picture of a Red Fire Monkey wearing a Kangol. So, yeah, Red Fire Monkeys in Kangols, supported by Donald Trump. And one more thing. Just give me one more random prediction of what you think's going to happen in 2016. Something random.
Something random. This show becomes successful.
So this show will be successful after Donald Trump is elected and the Cardinals, Bruce Arians, is riding a red fire monkey.
This sounds like a hell of a year, man.
I can't wait. Let's get this party started already. Welcome to 2016,
Let's do
America.
it.
greatest podcast of all time? 86 Charles. 86 Charles. 86 Charles. They spit hot fire!
Let's get ready to 86 Charles!
Oh, you never see this firebomb coming at you.
Done, you piece of shit.
Nah.
Nickel.
Nickel what? 5 topics currently trending. Travis, you need a new car?
Can we talk about gems?
No, not yet.
Okay, let's get to that. But yeah, go ahead.
If you need a new car, Faraday Future, a secretive California automaker, unveiled its first concept vehicle at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. The FF01 concept is a sleek, single-seat, all-electric sports car that could, according to Faraday, produce as much as 1,000 horsepower. The car itself offers little clue as to what Faraday's first production car will look like. That car should go on sale in 2 years. It is expected to be more conservative and practical than the exotic-looking FF01. They are also working towards full autonomy in its vehicles and eventually will have a fully self-driving car. Company is backed by Chinese investors and plans to build cars in a new Nevada factory. Are you excited about 1,000 horsepower electric car?
Is this car gonna be about, I don't know, $15,000-$20,000 in my range?
Yeah, that's the important thing is how much is this thing gonna cost?
It's gonna be another $150,000 car. You'll see these rich schmucks driving them around. No, I mean the technology is getting amazing, so we are getting closer and closer to the point where they are going to be reasonable. 2016, obviously, we are in the future, but the only way you really experience the future is if you're rich and you're driving around in one of these Teslas or one of these badass cars.
Yeah.
And when you go home, like your gate opens up without you even doing anything, your lights turn on without you doing anything. You have to be rich to live in the future, which sucks.
It's true.
I'm clearly not living in the future. You should see my house.
We barely get to live in the present.
I'm living in the past, actually, yes. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice here in the past. It's cozy.
It's cozy. It's warm.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And, in 2016, when this podcast takes off, maybe we will be living in the future.
I was going to say, maybe we'll get Faraday to sponsor us. Maybe that's how it's all going to go down.
Boom. Future. Let's move
Moving
on. Have you ever reached for your vibrating smartphone in your pocket, John Derby, only to find that it didn't buzz at all?
Yes.
You're not alone. It's called phantom vibration syndrome. It's a real psychological phenomenon, and studies in the past few years have found when surveying college undergraduates that the majority experience phantom vibration once every 2 weeks. It's pretty crazy. I do that all the time. I always reach for it, or lately I've been hearing the ring, and no matter what I hear my iPhone ring. So in the study, Robert Rosenberger explains the phenomenon. He calls it a real hallucination and chalks it up to our phones giving us a new learned bodily habit. The phone actually becomes a part of you, and you become trained to perceive the phone's vibration as an incoming call or text. Due to these kinds of habits, it becomes really easy to misperceive other similar situations, or sensations, excuse me. So if your phone shifts in your pocket, your pants brush up against something, you think it's a vibration, obviously. Yeah, this is going on. We've all known this forever, but it's nice to have a study that we're not just nuts.
It's the weird part of it is when you hear it's become a part of us, because it's true. And it's they call it's a phantom vibration, but it's really similar to like a phantom limb, because it is really kind of it's always there.
Totally. And you know what? This just opens the door for implants. I mean, it's already there, but if it's already a part of us, it's just going to be that much easier to accept that you're going to put something under your skin.
The more comfortable you become with
ear.
it, for sure.
Yeah, Google's working on contact lenses for Google Glass.
People are going to get more comfortable with things being just a part of them.
2016, man. We're here.
Moving on. Travis, how do you feel about gems?
Is it time? Is it time? Can we talk about gems? So excited.
So a gemologist in Sri Lanka.
What's a gemologist? A gemologist?
Well, I really mashed potatoed that one. Gemologist in Sri Lanka claimed that the largest blue star sapphire yet has been discovered in a mine in the country. The Gemology Institute in the capital, Colombo, has certified that the gem weighs 1,404.49 carats, and they say they have not certified anything larger. The gem is valued at least $100 million, and the current owner estimates that it could sell for up to $175 million at auction. So it's the world's largest blue star sapphire, and it has been named the Star of Adam by the person who owns it, after a Muslim belief that Adam arrived in Sri Lanka after being sent away from the Garden of Eden. It is claimed he then lived on the slopes of a mountain now known as Adam's Peak. So there you go, dude. The Star of Adam, the world's largest blue sapphire.
Pretty incredible.
It's crazy.
Picture shows it's like essentially the size of your palm.
Yeah.
It's pretty big. It's a pretty big sapphire. I want to kind of chi power that thing has. But just holding on to it, you'd feel advanced.
The guy who bought it on a hunch that it was the biggest one ever. So he just threw down $100 million, hoping that it would become like an exhibition piece. How crazy is that?
And now he bought it for $100, and now it's worth $175.
Well, they estimate it could sell at auction for $175 million. I bet you that guy drives a Faraday.
Not yet, but he will. You know what I want to know more about?
He does already.
You know what? I want to know more about gemologists.
Gemologists.
Tell me about Mashburn. Tell me about Mashburn, bro.
You're an idiot. I
Let's
guess
move on.
technically I'm an idiot,
gemology.
but yeah, let's move on.
Gemology.
Gemology. It's the study of Jumanji, okay?
Study of Jamal Mashburn.
Gemology. Hey, we took a little time off. I'm a little rusty, all right?
All right, Jamal.
I'm
It's cool.
shaking it off.
All right, let's move on. There is a vaginal speaker that lets you play tunes to your fetuses. BabyPod is a speaker inserted into the vagina and launches a first concert for fetuses. Babies learn to speak in response to sound stimuli, especially melodic tones, so BabyPod is a device that stimulates before birth through music. With BabyPod, babies learn to vocalize from the womb. That's on the company's website. There's been plenty of research to the effects of sound on fetuses, and evidence suggests that unborn babies do respond to music in the womb. There are already multiple speakers available on the market, which are fitted around a pregnant woman's stomach, but BabyPod is the first that goes inside the vagina. It's pretty exciting, John Derby. Do you wish that you could be rocking out to, who'd you go to see, Motley Crue?
I would have celebrated Crew Year's Eve in a vagina. Sure,
it is a pretty cool invention. It's kind of strange.
It's definitely but what did we just talk about? Technology becoming part of your body,
right?
It's the same. But I like it because from the studies that I am at least vaguely aware of, listening to music in the womb makes you more intelligent.
Yeah, but does it need to be that close?
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's better. I have to imagine whoever put this product out has done some sort of research.
I think you're experiencing music in the womb with your mother. So it's like, can the mom even hear it? Or does she just feel vibrations? Like, I don't...
But maybe
it's bizarre.
You just said it. Maybe she feels it.
But, okay, so still, if you have decent speakers... blew my mind.
There's your mind.
If you have decent speakers, the speakers put out vibrations. I mean, you're one organism together with two bodies, so it can feel the vibration
okay, so
coming from
think
the
of it like this. What is the difference between listening to music through a wall and listening to music in a headphone? That's probably the difference for the baby.
Yeah, but I don't think the baby needs that yet. It's fine in its fluids, perceiving the world. We don't need new stimuli for the baby. Let's work on that once it gets out.
But
Let's
what
not
if
mess
that
it up
makes
when it's still in the
smarter
womb.
children? We definitely need that.
I'm not for it. Just listen to speakers. You don't need to put a speaker up your vagina.
Yeah. All right, I guess that's fair.
All right, let's move on. We got one more, right?
Yes, we had the best one. I'm gonna say the allegedly at the beginning so that I don't have to keep saying it, because then I'm just gonna talk about it and read it as if it's all true. So allegedly,
truth.
Allegedly, according to unnamed sources, I'll be clear on that as well, Johnny Manziel used a wig and a fake mustache while partying in Vegas.
That's awesome.
Okay. So our sources tell us, this is reading the article. This is not like 86 Charles has sources. Sources tell us Manziel was at a popular nightclub on the Strip Saturday night. The quarterback entered wearing a blonde wig, a fake mustache, glasses, and a hoodie. Manziel introduced himself as Billy. He was there into the 3 a.m. hour, and then when it came time to pay the bill, he asked to have it comped because he didn't bring cash and also didn't want to put it on his card. However, the sources tell us that he ended up paying with his card and signing the check. That is outstanding.
This reminds me of some bullshit I'd pull when I was 21.
Yeah, sure, and which is fine. You can do that. You were a 21-year-old, and no offense, but a 21-year-old nobody. You can pull that
That's what I didn't have. Millions of dollars on the line.
That's you horsing around. This guy is a professional football player. And one of name. People know who he is.
The best part is the Instagram post that he put up.
I forgot. I didn't even get to that part.
That's the best part. So on Saturday night, right? Was it Saturday night?
Yeah.
So he posted a picture of him laying with his dog on the carpet, hashtag Saturday nights, and it had an Ohio geotag. So he probably had some girl or somebody with his phone back in Ohio.
No, it even says Instagram allows you to tag it wherever you want.
My favorite part, he really had to believe that this was going to work. You know, he had it all. He probably had it like he had like a little notebook where he was writing down his plan. He was like, all right, post to Instagram at 9 p.m. Okay.
I hate that he put more thought into turning himself into Billy Vegas than he does actually like cracking a playbook and learning how to play professional football.
Right. Jesus.
Well, Billy Vegas. Moving on.
The schmuck. How many more chances is this guy going to get?
From last week.
Hello, folks.
Ooh, boy. Feels good to be back. Let me be the first to wish you a happy new year. I hope everyone had a great time loudly counting backwards in unison with a room full of drunk people. I'd also like to congratulate 86 Charles on a highly successful 2015, where listenership was increased by infinity% from this time last year. I think it was. I'm not a math major, but I have seen Good Will Hunting 7 times, so I consider myself something of a calculations expert. Another reason you might have been able to tell it was a successful 2015 was John Derby's personal celebration at the end of the last episode. Travis told a story that more or less left him speechless. He managed to mutter a few words before he says, "Yay." And he says it with the same amount of enthusiasm and gusto one might expect from a slumbering insomniac woken up to be informed that he's finally sleeping. Yay. I couldn't tell if he was excited to be done, excited it had gone well, or excited that there was still that one pickle left in the jar. Or, the more likely scenario, he was excited that in 2 weeks from the time of that recording, I would be champion of the unofficial 86 Charles Fantasy Football League. This is Jesse, and Derby partying like it was 2015 was my favorite part of last week's podcast.
Boy, yeah, I think we're, yay.
You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
It's time for the failed athlete perspective. Travis.
Oh boy, John Derby, you know what time of the year it is? It's playoffs.
Playoff time.
Finally, fantasy football season's over. I can stop worrying about my terrible fantasy teams, and I can just focus on the NFL playoffs.
How nice was that to just watch football on Sunday?
I still had a FanDuel going.
Well, you're a degenerate, but I had no lineups to set. It was refreshing.
Right. I mean, the football, it wasn't very good on Sunday, other than like the late game.
Yeah.
And, oh, what a joke. Like the best game was San Francisco and Seattle, right? The overtime game that nobody you're just like, please don't go into overtime. No, nobody wants to see that.
Whoa. San Francisco and who?
St. Louis.
There you go.
STL. That's what that abbreviation always gets me. I think St. Louis, but I say Seattle because
I was like, man, we know who Seattle played.
Let's not talk about it.
Like a damn fiddle.
What happened, man? What happened? What's your
Didn't
analysis
show up.
of why the Cardinals got crushed 36-6?
Didn't show up.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know if
happened
you just
before.
don't get up for
it
that
won't
game.
happen again.
Seattle had a little more on the line, but not really. Neither team was really moving anywhere.
Neither team was honestly playing for anything by the time it unfolded.
Right. I think if you're the Cardinals, you know that there's a possibility we play Seattle in the second round, so we can't show them anything to put on tape. So it's, what do you do?
At the end of the day, all they had to do was get out of that game healthy, which they did.
Yep.
So even though they lost by 30, I'm willing to let that go because they got out of there healthy. But you don't like to see it. You don't like to see them lay an egg like that against a team that they might see again soon.
So let's go by this week's. We'll go with the first game first. Let's go with Houston and Kansas City. Who you got?
Kansas City. Come on.
I think
I'm playing quarterback for the Texans that weekend.
Right. Brian Hoyer doesn't scare anyone.
No,
Kansas City's on a roll.
Even if he starts the game, he's not going to finish it. He's going to get hit in the head or something.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that could really flip this game is if J.J. Watt goes nuts, right?
No. There's nothing
completely crushes Kansas City.
He can't throw to himself and run the ball and play defense. It's been a hell of a coaching job in Houston, to be honest with you. The fact that they won that division, well, Andrew Luck getting hurt helped a lot too.
It's a terrible division, so you can't.
Terrible division, but
they
won 9 games.
And when they started the season, you thought they were done after like the 4th or 5th week. You're like, oh, this team's
they started
terrible.
off like 1-5.
They were awful, and you're like, oh, here it is, the Hard Knocks jinx got them.
No, I mean, hey, and kudos to a lot of those players, except for Ryan Mallett, who really stuck it out.
Had a boy, Ryan Mallett.
But even kudos to Ryan Mallett, who threw it 58 times for the Ravens last weekend.
It's crazy. All right, so I think we're in consensus. I'll take Kansas City as well.
Yeah.
Next game, we got Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Pittsburgh pulled off a big win over the Browns. Cincinnati, it looks like it's going to be A.J. McCarron playing. Are you afraid of A.J. McCarron? Can he win a playoff game? I don't think so, right?
Nope.
You know what I think this is? I heard? Isn't this is the 10-year anniversary of when Cincinnati had the great team with Carson Palmer. Pittsburgh knocked him out of that game right away, and John Kitna lost that game, right?
I was going to say, that was when Carson got hurt, right?
Yeah, 10-year anniversary. So I think Pittsburgh's going to take this.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Kansas City and Pittsburgh moving on. Next game is Seattle and Minnesota. Seattle as good as they look this week, or are they what they were the week before when they lost to the Rams?
Seattle's gonna win that game, man. Seattle's the hottest team in the NFC, no question. Possibly in the league right now.
We all want to say Seattle's the hottest team in the league, but did we forget that the week before last they lost to the Rams at home? They lost to Case Keenum at home. There's tape.
Hey, we lost to the Rams too.
Seattle. That was early in the year.
That doesn't make it better.
I think Seattle's a good team, don't get me wrong, but to say that they're the hottest and we're all so afraid of them, they just lost to the Rams before they beat down an Arizona team that might not have been trying.
But when you look at the production that they've had over the last 6 games, hottest team in the league. Come on.
Right. Okay, and beast mode is back. I don't think it's going to be a game. I think Seattle wins.
I don't even think that that's a huge impact, to be honest with you. I think it's nice for them, but I don't think that's going to be I don't know if that's a game changer. I think they're playing so well right now.
The sad
They
thing
definitely
is,
beat Minnesota.
Seattle really got better once Jimmy Graham went down, right?
No question.
It's like they were trying to force him the ball too much in that offense. So once
That's
they
just not
opened
who
it up
they
a little
are.
bit, let Russell Wilson do Russell Wilson things, they got better.
Yeah. They need a tight
Alright,
end
so
that can block.
Are we going to agree on all these? Come on.
Well, it
Green
depends. What do
Bay.
you got next?
Green Bay and Washington. Go ahead.
I'm taking Washington. It's at home. They look way better than Green Bay.
Green Bay has looked pretty bad. They almost came back in that game against Minnesota. They're always hanging around. They're always in it till the end, and you think Aaron Rodgers is going to do it, but he doesn't have it this year. It's not the same.
Yeah,
Too much
it's not the
Olivia
same.
Munn. He's got
And
too
it's
much Olivia Munn
another
on him.
offensive line problem. They can't even run their full complement of plays because he can't get enough time and protection back there.
And Kirk Cousins looks good, but I don't know if I can take Washington. They have such a crappy. That's such a crappy division. A lot of those wins are against really terrible teams. I just can't go 4 for 4 with you, so I'm going to take Green Bay for that alone, just so I have
that's
one
fine.
thing. Because
It's first
If I'm
round. The
taking
first
just
round's
a quarterback,
easy.
if I'm taking
First
just a
round's
quarterback, is it?
If that game's in Green Bay, I would agree with you. It's in Washington. I think they can get that game.
Nah, Washington is a classic fail team, like the Jets blowing it last minute. Classic team to shoot themselves in the foot. We'll see.
I'm not a Jets fan, but I hurt for them a little bit.
That was brutal. So we're pretty much in agreement, but I'll take Green Bay and you'll take Washington.
Fair.
Let's move on to the National Basketball Association. Let's talk about something near and dear to my heart.
Lon Babby is a bloody wanker.
Possibly the worst 2 weeks in the Phoenix Suns franchise history.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
I'm not happy because I like the Suns, but it makes me
let's
giggle
recap.
to think about how miserable you are.
Let's recap everything that happened. Eric Bledsoe went down for the season. Suns' best player. Markieff Morris threw a towel at Jeff Hornacek. 2 assistant coaches got fired off the bench. They got blown out by the Lakers. They scored 22 points in a half. Ugh.
That's not a good quarter.
That's a terrible quarter. But you know what's worse? A half. Ugh. It's so bad. It's so bad. I don't even know. They've got money tied up in Tyson Chandler, who looks like he can't even play anymore. Alex Lynn is a 5th-round pick that has never developed. He has no
Alex
hands.
Lynn is like a 5th pick overall.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, I said 5th
Yeah.
round. Yeah, I wish there were 5. I wish he was a 5th-round pick.
Yeah,
I
then it
feel
would
so
be,
bad
hey,
about
we
it.
got to steal.
He was number 5. He's the highest pick the Suns have had in years and years.
Wasted. John Lure's
It's so
outplaying that guy
ugly.
every day.
John Lure, Brandon Knight, Devin Booker, and T.J. Warren can stay on the team. Fire sale everybody else. Let's get some picks.
That's
Seriously,
fair.
get rid of everybody. We
That's
can trade
fair.
Tyson Chandler. Somebody will, I don't know if anybody's going to trade for him, though.
Ugh, that's terrible.
So disappointing. How much money do I owe you? Like 5? Or
Well,
is it
but
more
only
than
if
that,
the
right?
only if the Jazz make the playoffs, though. If they both miss it, it's a wash.
I thought the is that what we agreed on? I thought it was just whoever.
Or did we?
finished higher.
Oh, maybe we did 2 separate bets. Maybe we did best season and made the playoffs. I'll have to go
Yeah,
back and
there's-
listen.
Yeah, there might be 2, but the Jazz look okay. They're nothing great, but they're better than the Suns. I'll give them that.
Yeah, no, for sure they are. Are you kidding me?
I don't want to talk.
As
about
I
sports anymore.
predicted,
It's a chain of events that were not foreseeable.
except to me.
Oh, thanks, you fucking genius. Let's move on. I'm done. So the national championship, we won't have a show before that. So let's make our prediction. You got Clemson or you got Alabama?
I think I'm gonna go Alabama. I think they get it done. Their defense is really good.
Yeah, they're just so boring. I hate watching Alabama.
I agree. I'm not. I didn't say I was rooting for them.
It's like watching the Browns or some crappy NFL team play against college teams. You know, that's always feel like that with Alabama. They just have more talent, bigger guys. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing great. Nothing great. So for that reason, I'm going with my boy Dabo Sweeney, BYOG, bring your own guts, and Clemson.
Well, then, yeah. Good for you.
All right. Let's slow it down, John Derby.
I got to
Let's
root
talk
for
about
Nick
something.
Saban now. Great.
Done.
Done. It's time for the Facebook World News Update. This Real to Someone News Update is brought to you by 2016 is your year, if you are a red fire monkey. A woman in Arizona said it's so effing funny how her husband comes over to her house with her daughter and wants to hang out and drink, but this mother effer got a hickey on his neck, trying to tell her it's not, and it's not from that fat bitch Roxana. Please, WTF ever. A woman in Hollywood said, hashtag no filter, hashtag abs, hashtag progress, hashtag gains with an S, hashtag gains with a Z, hashtag legs, hashtag quads, hashtag belly button, hashtag tummy, hashtag belly, hashtag sweat, hashtag work hard, hashtag get fit, hashtag fit fam, hashtag fitspo, hashtag motivated, hashtag WW3 in my uterus, hashtag still here, hashtag ab day, hashtag crunches, hashtag nothing will get me down, hashtag woman problems, hashtag women who lift problems, hashtag girls who lift, hashtag girls that lift.
Dear Sons GM Ryan McDonough, this last month has been a f***ing disaster. You obviously need help, so here we go. Here is how you fix the Suns. Send Markieff Morris down to the D-League. He needs to play basketball if anyone is going to trade for him. Baptize Tyson Chandler in goat's blood in his bathtub to the sounds of Justin Bieber being beaten with a rubber hose. Stop looking at Jeff Horner's ex-daughter, seriously, we all see you gawking at her during games, it is simply embarrassing. I mean, yes, she's hot, and yes, she is legal, but you are a professional and you just can't do it during the game. By all means jerk off when you're at home, but not at Talking Stick Resort Arena. Trade PJ Tucker for PJ Harvey. Put Steve Nash on the payroll, it doesn't matter what he does, just pay him. Pay for the pilot of Lennon Lua to be shot in Hollywood. Mostly it is a comedy in which two tall white basketball players go to different Asian eateries, and are noticed for their height. Trust me, it will be hilarious. Finally, and this will be very difficult, you must sacrifice the gorilla to the basketball gods. There, you're welcome, the team is fixed.
A man in Los Angeles said, back on the hashtag grind and loving it. Hashtag actor, hashtag writer, hashtag artist, hashtag LA, hashtag 2016. A woman in California said had the most magical time with her prince last night at hashtag Disneyland, hashtag thankful for him, hashtag my prince, hashtag handsome, hashtag my love, hashtag my soulmate. A man in Los Angeles said, when does that new Star Wars movie come out? This Real to Someone news update is brought to you by 2016 is your year, if you are a red fire monkey.
Dad's got notebooks. We don't know what's in her notebooks. She's gonna show us all her notebooks. Little yellow pad.
Okay, so I found this amazing notebook in my office. It's giant, red, cloth covered, and it's hardbound. It's a behemoth, actually, and it's got about 4,000 pages. It's got 300 pages. So it's literally the size of a ream of paper, which is 500 pages. But I think these pages are thicker. Anyway, it's like a book from the Citadel in Game of Thrones. If the books of the Citadel and the Game of Thrones were full of weird doodles and lists. So it's big. Wait, listen. That's what it sounds like. So I bought it on sale at some bookstore because I thought it would be super cool and there'd be some kind of gravitas riding in this substantial thing. But clearly I didn't take one thing into consideration, which was how totally annoying it would be to tote something so heavy and unwieldy around to jot down all my life's musings. So it's got about 30 pages. It's like 17 pages, but the front and back full. And I got this in 2001. So it's not used very much. So when I found it, though, it was kind of like this little treasure. Because I realized most of the pages are filled up with notes about a play that I did back in 2002. Here's one, 3/21/2002. Quote, think you could find someone to braid your hair in jail? Quote, all day. So that didn't end up in the play. I actually don't even know what it means, but I thought it was really funny. So we're going to call that one an outtake. So the play was called Me, a 5-Woman Show, starring 4 women and 1 man. That was a long title. I did some special font work to get it on the postcard. So it was my version of a 1-woman show, but I had 5 people be me, so I didn't have to go on stage. And the roles were head, heart, star, bitch, and insecurity. Those are mostly nouns. The actors were Alana, Kendall, Colette, and Gina, who shared a role, Andrea, and Lalo. He was my bitch, and he is still happy about it. So this notebook, with the notes about the play, it has weird little script pieces. It's also got stage drawings and directing notes mixed with like little notes about my life, like 3.5 miles treadmill and eat more veggies. And my aunt wants to go on a singles cruise, not on one with a bunch of couples, fuddy-duddies. That's what my aunt said, so you can take that up with her. Anyway, this play, we put it on in L.A., then it had a second run in L.A., and then we took it to the New York Fringe Festival. So I can tell people that I produced a play in New York, even though it was a Fringe Festival. But it was New York, and it was cool that we all went to New York, plus, all the actors, and then Joe and Temple and Seamus and Mac, and they're all still my friends, which means that we, somehow managed to make it through without killing each other. It was like 147 degrees. We stayed at Tony's. We're still his friend. But this notebook was before that happened. It also has some other outtakes from the script in it, and this obnoxious minutia that made sense at the time, but it seems really OCD. Now, so it'll say, Lalo, got to pick up the first part of the monologue, and Kendall, wave with Alana, and great conga. So those are my directing notes. So you can see I am a pretty amazing director. Me, Ridley Scott, Oliver Stone, some play directors, and me. Great conga! Anyway, so the play was essentially a dialogue with all the parts of my personality. And by the way, F off Inside Out. I was there first, and it's not Herman's head. Anyway, here's one I didn't use. So this is a dialogue between head and heart. Head, as you might have guessed, is the more cerebral character, and heart is the one with a more emotional and sensitive nature. I'm guessing you could infer that from their character names, which I did intentionally, because you never know who's going to be paying attention. So anyway, I'm going to play both parts. All right. Head. Is it consistent with or contrary to feminist theory to stalk your ex-boyfriend? I mean, shouldn't you be in charge of the relationship? Heart. Relationships are about love, not power. You should be willing to give and expect nothing. Love? Love? Love is a war with logic. It's feeling a powerful attraction to the thing that can hurt you the most. What a terrible way to live your life. Logic has no place in love. Exactly. Logic precludes love. You're impossible. You are doomed to a life of pain and disappointment. Turns out Head was right, by the way. Love is it's just a bunch of pain and disappointment. But anyway, hey, Happy New Year. I hope that you find love, good luck, or something in this year. And I will say, I just want to add, reading through these notes makes me remember how much fun we really had doing this play. It was very awesome. And someday I will tell you some more stories about it. But for now, hope your year is not full of doom and pain and disappointment. Thanks. Happy New Year.
I've brought bread
to men, women, and children.
I've brought water with lemon for the table.
I have hot tea.
Can I box that for you?
I'll bring your change.
Okay, so I used to work a security job at the
dorms at my college, and so I would swipe the ID cards of the freshmen coming into the dorms, and basically all our job was to make sure that they didn't go into their dorm too drunk for themselves, or that no random homeless people got in there. So one night, it was the first night back in the dorms after summer break, and all these new freshmen moving in, their like first night away from their parents or whatever, and so they all like go out that first night to the frats, and like it's their first time getting drunk and stuff. So it's about 1:30 in the morning, and this girl comes back, and she's been being carried by two other people, and so she's being carried in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. You know, I need to call the RA. So the RA's coming, he's on his way, and we're just kind of waiting for him. And suddenly the girl just starts yelling. She's just yelling, random words, and then suddenly she just pulls down her panties and poops right there in the lobby. So, and it smelled real bad. I don't know what she ate that day. So the RA showed up, and they called an ambulance, and they took her off to the hospital. And that poor girl, for the whole rest of the year, every time she came into the dorm, I would be like, "You're the girl who pooped in the lobby."
That was Candice Hall, another one of Deb's fantastic friends. Thank you, Candice. Awesome story.
Yo, Candice, great story. That's right in my comedy vein. I love it.
The very first thing that came to mind was, I am so grateful, that's me knocking on wood, that I'm not that person who's known for something like that. Never have been.
Right.
I won't say I never will be, but I've never been, oh, that's the guy who, and then fill in something terrible. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, I mean, she would have been so much better off by just pooping her pants and going to her room.
Well, they wouldn't let her in the room.
Clean. Right. So, you gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. You don't want to. I love that she was just uninhibited enough to just pull down her panties, not give a shit.
I'm just curious what she said before. Like, what was the voodoo chant before she made doo-doo?
Voodoo chant?
Well, she said that she just started saying random words and then just pooped herself.
Probably just like she was reciting her school schedule. Chemistry. English.
I was. My favorite part was Candice's tone at the end of the. You're the girl who pooped in the lobby.
Totally. Just every time she comes up, she's just, like, Candice perked up a little bit, like, oh, look who it is. Girls love having like that kind of info on another girl. They're like,
that's brutal.
They're like, oh, look who it is. You ain't shit. Oh, wait.
You got to pull that your senior year. You can't be a freshman. And then you're going to walk around and be voodoo doo-doo the rest of your college career.
Right. You at least, hopefully, it's a big enough school that you can change dorms or move to a different
you
hall
live off campus as a sophomore.
Right? Yeah, I'm taking a satellite program. I only go online class anymore.
That's why she ended up to go on to create the University of Phoenix. All online courses.
So it's a success story. Great work, girl who pooped in the lobby. It is a really bizarre thing to watch somebody poop, though. There was this homeless lady that lived on Melrose, it was exactly Rosewood and Fairfax, and she would be up and down the street. We'd see her all the time, but one day I was just turning the corner and I saw her bare ass with poop coming out of it, and I was just like, oh man,
it's like being at the human
squatted
zoo.
up against a tree. So brutal. I feel so bad for homeless people, but you don't want to see that. Like, where do you poop? Obviously just on the street. Like, and I saw it coming out of the rectum. Like, it's just that'll change you, it'll change you.
It'll make you go live in the desert.
I have a hardened soul because I've seen it. I've seen it all, John Derby. I've seen it all.
The horror, The horror.
I will give her that the stool looked pretty healthy. Like it wasn't like, super diarrhea or anything that would have made it worse.
The Trader Joe's pretty close to there. It's
Yeah, like for whatever she's eating, at least she's not drinking too much, we hope. So shout out to the homeless lady on Rosewood and Fairfax.
I can't think of a better time to stop talking about that.
Hopefully she's got cover for all this rain that you're getting in LA right now.
It is a wet one out there.
All right, big thanks to Candice.
Big thank you, Candice.
Always bringing us back to where we belong, poop stories.
Big thanks to Deb. She's the only one of us that has friends.
Of course. Thanks to Deb. Thanks to Jesse. Thanks to the universe. Thanks to the Chinese red fire monkey.
Climb that mountain.
We'll see you on February 4th.
Climb that mountain.
Thanks to Bruce Arians. No thanks to Markeith Morris. No. Where can the people find us, John Derby?
We have got to start at 86charles.com.
86charles.com.
86charles throwing a .com.
On the Instagram or on the Twitters, we're at Company Blaster. Like to give a big shout out to all the people who have been going to 86charles.com, clicking on the Amazon link. We've got some amazing products that people are buying and helping us out.
I want you to pick
go ahead
your
and read
top
off.
3, and then I'll pick my top 3, and we'll see if we.
All right.
Obviously, you'll have to adjust.
I'm going to start with
take one of yours.
My favorite one is somebody bought a Cat-It style scratcher with catnip, and not only that, but a Cat About single cat catnip plus tub, 60 grams. 60 grams of catnip. That's
chopping it up, bro.
That's a lot of catnip. Yeah, that's Scarface cat just sticking his face in a bunch of catnip, getting high as hell. I'm gonna go with those two, and somebody also bought Machete Kills, of course. Machete Kills.
Oh, the movie.
So thank you to the people clicking through.
Nice.
Yeah, Machete Kills. All right, what do you got? What else?
I
are
gotta
people
tell you, the
buying?
one that stood out to me the most was The Simpsons Sing the Blues.
Brings you back to the good old days.
Probably like 1990. I appreciate that. My brothers and I all owned that.
Is Lisa Is Your Birthday on there?
Definitely not.
your
It's all
birthday?
original
Oh,
stuff.
no.
It's not like songs from the show. It's all original songs for an album.
That's cool.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that song "Do the Bartman"? They had a whole video for it and everything.
Do the Bart, man. I'll have to try to fit that in this.
Yeah,
episode.
that's on there. So go ahead and check that out. You're welcome.
Do the Bart, man. All right, what else you got?
A Canopy 2-year lawn and garden protection plan. That is very adult.
Very
You are
important.
grown
But
up.
hopefully they're not clicking through from California. I mean, we don't have water to water your lawn, bro.
And then there, it's an M1A2 Abrams USA battle tank RC. So it's some sort of remote control tank.
That sounds
pretty
badass.
badass.
I mean, hopefully nobody's knocking down my door.
I hope the
anytime soon
person
with
that got
tank,
all
though.
that
I'm a little worried.
catnip got that tank, and somehow they're connected.
The cat gets all high and he rides around in the tank.
Or you get the cat all high and chase him with the tank.
I mean, you can't
Poor
go
cat
wrong
thinks
either
it's
way.
D-Day
Cannot go
every
wrong
single
either way.
day.
Gets all yacked up and just flipping out, running around the yard.
That's our listenership.
We love you.
We
We
love
love you,
you all.
people. Keep clicking through. We'll keep reading. Send us tweets. Tell us what you bought so we can give you a personal shout out. Unless of course you don't want us to,
Unless you'd
say what
rather
you
us not
bought.
mention it.
Which I can also understand. That's one of the great things about buying things on Amazon. It can be completely anonymous. Can be. You know what time it is. It's 2016, and I want you to give the people one word to start their new year
I
with.
thought of this last night. Now I forgot.
Oh, good stuff.
Traverse.
Today's word is traverse.
It's in honor of the red fire monkey.
Nice. Nicely done.
The new boy in the neighborhood lives downstairs and it's understood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's one of the